This is Riven Redemption, a series where we take a look at certain weapons in Warframe and see just how much a decent Riven mod can boost their damage output. Can it make them sortie viable, or if they're a neutral Riven disposition, then just how good can they become? Because chances are, if they're a neutral disposition, then they're already sortie capable with the right build, or close enough to it anyway. A bit like the weapon that we're showcasing in this video. Now in this episode we're taking a look at the Latron Wraith, or a Riven mod that can fit any of the Latrons, whether it's normal or the prime variant. But this mod cycle in particular fits the Wraith version perfect for me because of the Wraith's high base crit chance of 25%. It turns an already solid weapon into a melon popping thing of beauty. If only we could recolor the feckin' thing, then we'd all be happy. And yes, I'm pronouncing the weapon as Latron, maybe you guys pronounce it as Latron, whatever. It is what it is. So getting a crit Riven mod for the Latron Wraith is perfect. It's what you want to aim for, and the holy grail of Riven mods for the Latrons would probably be a crit chance and crit damage one on the same mod. Maybe add in some status into the mix, or a negative recoil, or an elemental mod, and woohoo, you're gonna wreck, boy! How white did I sound there? I'm sorry. Hello homies, shall we get down and shoot these bad fellows? But I haven't been lucky enough to get both a crit chance and crit damage cycle on the same mod. I did however get one with crit chance and multi-shot, so I've settled for that for now, but I do plan on re-rolling the crap out of this mod, and if I don't get the cycle I want, then I will basically just stick with the cycle that I have. So with this Riven mod equipped on my Latron Wraith, it is sitting with 105% crit chance, so I've got constant crits. It's also got a crit multiplier of 5.5 and a status chance of over 80%. The damn thing is a lot more powerful with this mod equipped. And of course, if you wanted to stick 4 or 5 Forma onto your Latron Prime, then you could put the Riven mod like this onto it, but your crit chance will only be at 63% with Point Strike and this Riven mod equipped. On the normal Latron, of course, it's going to be much lower. Bladed Rounds or Argon Scope, of course, will boost both of those up, whether it's crit chance or damage, but you will have to sacrifice a different mod in order to fit those mods in, so that's entirely up to you as well. Now the Wraith is a semi-automatic rifle that deals 55 base damage. Most of this is puncture, so it's ideal for those beady-eyed Grineer feckers. It's got a 15 round magazine and a solid 20% status chance. It's also got a decent amount of bleed on it with the bit of slash that's on there as well. So it's got a nice balance which could allow you to build this weapon for either crit or status, but of course crit is going to be the nicer way to go. When I jumped into the Simulacrum, I tested it against armoured and of course unarmoured level 140 heavy gunners to see how fast it would kill both of those, and I also took it into yesterday's sorties and it pretty much killed anything in my way. In the sorties as well, none of us had corrosive projection equipped, so enemies were fully armoured, and on the sortie that had of course the Eczema Stronghold, it was a little bit harder to kill some of those enemies, but it was still doing it, was still capable. Now the chances of getting a Riven mod with the exact same stats that I have on mine are pretty damn slim. You might get one that has higher stats or slightly lower stats, but if you can get one with a solid crit chance and a solid crit damage one, or even a bit of status on there, then your Latron is going to jump up in damage by a hell of a lot. It's going to be a lot more enjoyable. And if you are lucky enough to get a Riven for this weapon and you don't have the weapon itself, because that can happen, you can get Riven mods for weapons that you don't actually have, then the Latron Wraith's components and blueprints can be rewarded from Grineer Invasion rewards. Let me know what you guys think of the Wraith in action with a decent Riven mod. Of course, I've seen much better Riven mods for it in the trade chat. Aim for a crit chance and a damage one and you're laughing all the way through missions. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Warframe, and as always, thanks very much for watching.